West Coast Mod, this is an unboxing video. Okay, this Xbox came back to us from a Skylar Elliott. All right, couple things here. This was actually addressed wrong. Our name was left out, and our suite was also left out on the actual shipping. And this is how you get packages lost. They get lost in the mail that way. So for you guys that send your Xboxes to us, you guys make sure we actually send you the address on where to ship to. And it's important that you, when you make your label out, you print it as is or write it down as is, whatever it is. All right, so now this isn't a good thing here. So we actually just found this Xbox today. This is never good. Keep in mind that when we ship out your Xbox to you, to every buyer that buys from us, we use 3-4 layers of bubble wrap. We use plastic bags. We use peanuts, popcorn, whatever it is to make sure your Xbox is actually snug fit in there. So there's no Xbox sliding around inside the actual shipping box itself, okay? Because that's always dangerous, regardless of whether you mark fragile on it or not. So we're making this video because we're going to open this. So if there's any damage to the Xbox, we have to charge you for it. Okay, hopefully it's actually secured well and the case isn't cracked or anything like that, because it is important. I mean, you would be upset if we shipped the Xbox to you with no security to it and it came cracked. You would be upset. You would be yelling at us. And that's not customer service or our end. So we actually, everything is actually properly secured. All right, that's just good customer service. So I'm going to open this up right now and see what's up. And you sent this back because you had an issue with it because you said it wasn't booting. Okay, keep in mind, as our website says, we are not responsible for any files that you choose to install on the Xbox yourself. Okay, so we didn't provide you those files. You can't get mad at us because it doesn't work after you installed your files. Okay, if we tell you guys, hey, join 7sins.com, become a member, learn, educate, and you're not doing that, that's not our fault. Okay, you can't get mad at us. If we ask you, hey, did you join, and you don't give us an answer, to us, that tells us you didn't. Okay, so you always got to make sure. Now, I mean, there are peanuts in here, but we look for that lots of cushion with the Xbox itself, because just of what it can go through during shipping and transit. Okay, so we're hoping this Xbox is in good condition physically wise, so we don't have to charge you. And if the console's not working in the condition that we sent it to you in, if it's not booting up for something that you chose to install, such as files, we have to charge you for that. Okay, that's only fair because you're just installing files that you got off the internet, you downloaded somewhere, or your friend gave them to you that we're not responsible for. Okay, so you guys always got to remember that's your responsibility on what you choose to install on these consoles. It's not a retail. It does not work like a retail Xbox. It works completely different. You screw up your NAND, we have to charge you for that too. Okay, I mean, trust me, you would do the same if you were in our position. You would do that, because if you didn't, you would actually get abused by buyers because they would come at you with just repair everything for free. Okay, it seems like there are some loose plastics in here. I'm just looking for any type of case crack on it. And it seems pretty good because look for the windows. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the USB drive that came with the console, I don't think is here. It actually wasn't supplied. I'm going to look in the box too. It came with a 16 gig USB flash drive, and that drive is not inside the box. It is missing. So it's hard for us to tell what was installed in the Xbox if that USB drive was missing. So it's kind of like, you're like, okay, so you're trying to figure out what was installed so you can remove it to get the console working. Most likely, 99.9% of the time, it's a stealth server. Okay, so once again, for you guys out there that wonder why your console doesn't boot after you start installing stealth files, you need to contact your stealth support team, because that's the reason why. It's not the Xbox, it's the files that you are choosing to install that you got from whoever you got from. All right, so let's check this out and we'll see if this console boots. If it doesn't boot now, then most likely the NAND is corrupted due to a corrupted file that was installed onto the system. That's pretty standard with these consoles. So we're going to check it out here. Okay, I can tell you right now the way the light is glitching, most likely the NAND is corrupted, so this console probably won't boot. So I'm going to sit here for a minute and see as to why. Now, if we had that USB flash drive, it would actually tell us what's causing the console not to boot. But in this case, something was written to the NAND. The NAND is corrupted. Now, once again, you guys out there, you guys have to understand that you can screw up your NAND. And for those of you that don't know, the NAND is the image. It's what actually shows up on your screen. Okay, the dashboard and all that, that's your NAND. Okay, so if you screw that up, your console won't boot. And as you can see here, it's not booting. Okay, there is no picture, all right? So that is not our fault, okay? That is, the NAND is corrupted. Your Xbox did not arrive that way, but it came back to us that way, okay? And also this faceplate is loose, so obviously it broke off on one end here. Because it's not, usually just pops back on, but it's not, it just comes right off. So the clip is broke. So I'm booting again, I'm watching the debug light, which is the green light on the console. Now you guys keep in mind that we're not kids. I mean, we're not teenagers glitching consoles. We're actually in the military, the United States Air Force. So we are adults. We do know what we're doing. We do know what we're talking about. All right, so you guys keep that in mind when you guys buy from us or ask us questions. Okay, so this console is not booting at all. There is no image, most likely because the NAND is corrupted. If you guys don't believe me, you guys can go on 7sins and ask that question, and you'll get 1,000 answers as to yes, the NAND is corrupted, is why you have no image on the console. So we will charge to reflash the image to the console. I mean, it's only fair that we do. We didn't cause this. I mean, whatever is on that USB drive and whatever was written to the NAND. I mean, you guys got to keep your NANDs clean out there. And you guys start installing things, okay? For you guys that don't know, that's why we tell you guys it's plastered all over our website. Do not buy from us if you don't know what you're doing. Do your homework. You guys need to do that stuff before you guys buy an RGH, no matter who you buy from, so you understand what you're getting into. You understand how the console works, because it is not a retail. It does not work like one. You could screw it up. It's easy to do, as you can see what happened here. And this is what happened. Okay, apparently the console was working and now it's not. We'll try again on a third boot attempt. And it booted that time. Okay, so most likely, I'm sure that NAND is corrupted as to why you've seen it booted 1 out of 3 times, and that's not how our consoles work. As you watching all our videos, our consoles don't work that way. See, the DVD drive, okay, it's jammed here, okay. I mean, we don't ship consoles this way. So there's damage to that as well. Okay, I'm gonna power off and power on again. We're gonna go for a 4th time. And I'm 99.9% sure that the NAND is corrupted, since it only booted 1 out of 3. We'll go again. We just watched the debug light, the green light. Okay, so this is what a corrupted NAND will do, what it will look like. Okay, you'll get a black screen, you won't get anything there. And that's always due to something that you decided, that you chose to on your own terms to write to the NAND. See, this time it's not booting. So therefore, we actually have to take this console apart, and we actually have to manually reflash the NAND. We'll actually put it back to retail and then upgrade it to the RGH image once again. We'll boot Zell. That's just by pressing the eject button. Okay, it's gonna boot Zell here. And for you guys that don't know, you guys can always rewrite your image, your NAND image, back to the console by using Zell. Okay, you can Google on how to do that, but we do have to redo this image on this console due to the instability of it. All right, thank you, West Coast Mods.